So this video is long overdue, and what I mean by that is I ordered all this stuff back in July. It is now January of the next year, and that will become obvious when I start unboxing some of this stuff. I have an unboxing from the hookup tackle, and then I also have an unboxing, or I guess an unbagging, from Bass Pro Shops. And once I start going over the lures, you guys will see what I mean when I say I ordered this back in July. So what I think I'm going to do is start off the video unbagging the Bass Pro Shops stuff I got. But just real quick, not only am I going to do an unboxing and an unbagging in this video, I want to go over my plans for 2025. There might be a couple changes in my channel temporarily, but that being said, they're not going to be any big sort of changes or anything like that. But without further ado, I need to get to stepping with this video. Let's actually dump it out. It'll be easier that way. So we'll just start out with my favorite soft plastic company, Berkley Powerbait Max Scent. I also have the regular Powerbait right here. You'll see why in a second, but let's start out with my favorite soft plastics on the market right now. These are the Berkley Max Scent Generals in 5-inch, and I bought 2 packages in black color. I absolutely love black. I think it works great in clear water, dirty water, cold water, hot water. Honestly, I think it basically works well in every situation. Now with these Berkley Max Scent soft plastics, these are very stinky, so I'm not actually going to be taking these out of the package, only because kind of everybody knows what a Senko looks like. That being said, I did pick up some regular Powerbait, and this really isn't as raunchy as the Max Scent, so I will take one of these out. Now, the color I picked up in the regular ass Powerbait is goat color. And I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it's green pumpkin on one side and kind of black and blue on the other side. So kind of like a two-tone color. Now with these Senkos, these work super well Texas rigged, and if you even wanted to, you could throw on like a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight and flip with this. My favorite way to fish these 5-inch Senkos are a wacky rig. And honestly, it's not even close. I might do a video on just strictly a wacky rig and why I like it so much. But with a wacky rig Senko, I've caught fish that have been like 7 inches, and I've caught bass that have been 7 pounds. So the wacky rig really catches a lot of fish all year around. But I'm not going to go too much into it, only because I think I will make a separate video one day. Alright, get rid of those. Now moving on to the last package of the Berkley Max Scent. This is the 4 1/4 inch flatworm in Gobi color. Now I'm not going to be taking it out of the package, but it's green pumpkin with black, gold, and purple flake. One of my favorite colors. There's a color called like Macho Mango or Mucho Mango. That's also a great color for the flatworm. And obviously black. Black, in my opinion, is probably one of the best overall colors you can use. I could go down to California or Florida with a black flatworm and catch fish, or I could go as far north as Canada and catch fish on a black flatworm. I just have that much confidence in a little black flatworm. Now moving on to a drop shot bait, I picked up 2 packages of robo worms. These are the 4 1/2 inch fat tail straight worms, I believe they're called. No, 4 1/2 inch fat straight tails from Roboworm, and the color is called Aaron's Morning Dawn. I'll take one out of the package so you guys can get a better look. But you basically kind of have a white with a purple hue bottom, and then you have like a purple line down the middle with a kind of magenta colored clear top. Kind of a lot going on right here. I hope you guys can kind of see what I mean with that like dark purple, almost blue in the middle, then magenta on top. And you guys can see that opaque white with a purple hue on the bottom. Super cool color. When I saw this, I basically just bought it for the color. I know Robo Worms work. I've done very well with them in the past, and usually I use Aaron's Magic R&B. So when I saw Aaron's Morning Dawn, I had to try it out. Now, I would absolutely use this on a drop shot. I really don't think I would use this bait in any other way. You absolutely could throw this Robo Worm on a Ned rig and catch fish, no problem. But for me personally, I would just throw this on a drop shot with 8-pound line and an owner hook that I'm about to show you in a couple minutes. And like I said, I picked up 2 packages of these just because RoboWorm, in my opinion, their soft plastics work very well. They don't have the best durability, but I'm completely alright with that. Sometimes I definitely will trade off durability for action. And not all the time, but sometimes when the bait is less durable, like Megabass kind of has the same issue. Their soft plastics break really easily, but I'm kind of alright with that because their action makes up for that. In cold water where I live in New Hampshire, the softness of the bait really is a big deal, only because like if you use a stiff bait in really cold water in New Hampshire, the bait just won't work. Like a paddle tail swim bait, if you use that up north in cold weather, that paddle tail won't kick. You'll just be dragging it straight through the water. It won't be kicking back there like a normal paddle tail, only because the soft plastic actually stiffen up in the cold water that I fish. So companies like RoboWorm, Megabass, Gary Yamamoto, those kind of soft plastics work very well up north because they still hold their action in the very cold water. But I'll give you guys one example of a company that doesn't really work in cold water is NetBait. NetBait works extremely well in warm to warmish water, but once you get down to that like 38, 42 degree water temp, the NetBait paddle tails kind of tend to drag through the water because they're so stiff in that cold water. That's not a knock against NetBait or anything like that. I really like their black and blue Big Spanky, I think it's called, in the 5-inch. But I like their baits in the warmer water temps. A bait like Megabass, RoboWorm, even OSP, their soft plastics are really soft. So even in that cold water, they will still work completely normal. But that's enough for the RoboWorms. Let's actually keep talking about that drop shot. This is actually my favorite hook when I'm using a drop shot and wacky worm. It's the Owner 1/0 Mosquito Light hook. And I absolutely love this hook. It's super sharp, super strong. It's not going to bend out, even on a 10-pounder. And this is one of the hooks where you don't really even have to set the hook. You just kind of have to lean into the fish a little bit when you, quote, I guess, set the hook. But these are my favorite hooks. Hands down, not even close, for a drop shot and a wacky worm. Get rid of those. Moving on, this is the Bronzeye Frog 65 from Spro. It is 5/8 of an ounce, so you will have to use a medium heavy or heavy rod with this bait, and you kind of want to use that with a frog anyway. And this color is called Flamingo, and immediately I know what you guys are thinking. Yeah, you definitely ordered this back in July. Because where I live in New Hampshire, we have like 6, 7, 8 inches of ice some places. So obviously a topwater frog isn't going to work like at all right now, period. But come springtime, this Flamingo frog I think will work really good for smallmouth. I know that kind of sounds weird. Not a lot of people fish a frog for smallmouth. But I do have one specific pond where I think this bait will work good. There's only smallmouth there, and that's kind of rare. Typically where I live in New Hampshire, if a pond or lake or river has smallmouth, it also has largemouth. Largemouth are like in every pond and lake, except for this one. And I went there actually very late 2024, like early November. and the wind was absolutely brutal. But what that did was push all the bait fish into this back bay where it was only about 1 to 2 feet deep with a ton of weeds, and I was just crushing the fish. That being said, I was getting hung up in weeds every other cast. If I had this frog with me, I really do think I would have caught more fish. Now I did end up catching like 3 or 4 nice 2-pound smallmouth, but nothing giant because the wind started to pick up even more and we kind of got blown off the water. But when I saw this color, I had to buy it. To be fair, honestly, that's the main reason why I bought it. I walked past this bait and I'm like, man, that's a cool color. So I threw it in my basket. Now moving on to the last bait I got at Bass Pro Shops. This is the Savage Gear Shine Glide. Now the color is GH Bone, which I'm assuming is ghost bone. It's 7 1/4 inches long, and the weight is 2 1/3 ounces, and it's a slow sink. Now, for some reason, my Bass Pro Shops in my area is always kind of late to the party. They really should have been like selling these baits 5-6 years ago when they came out. But for some reason, they just started selling them at the end of 2024 at my Bass Pro Shops. And when I saw this, I believe it was 25 bucks. I had to pick it up. Oh, I have to pee. I gotta pee. I gotta hurry up. Now, this bait here, I have multiple rods that I can throw it on. I do have a designated swim bait rod that is, I believe, 711 heavy with a Shimano Tranx 300 on it. But I also have a couple heavy rods that I would have no problem throwing this on with 65-pound braid. But let's actually take it out of the package to show you guys a little bit better view here. My camera's about to die, so I'm going to have to actually make the rest of this video relatively quick. So as you guys can tell, super neat color. I mean, come on. Objectively, I think this is a cool color, but it's not really showing up on camera. But this bait is clear. That's why it's a ghost bone color, because it does kind of have that white-ish kind of tint to it, but it's also clear as well. It's not showing up on camera, but I can see all the tungsten ball bearings. Maybe not tungsten, but all the ball bearings inside this bait. Now, this swim bait here, I would mainly use in colder water. I really have better luck using like big swim baits, big glide baits in colder water, like 60 degrees to 40 degrees. Now don't get me wrong, you can absolutely catch some nice fish in like 70-80 degree water temp with this swim bait, but I just have found where I live in New Hampshire, I just had better luck using these big glide baits in colder water. Baby girl, you're in my way. Look at those big old drumsticks, baby girl. Just so you know, baby girl, those are gone. Okay? Those things are gone. Alright, go here. Yeah, I reviewed the footage and I ended with this, but I wonder if I really ended with that or... Alright, so moving on to the hookup tackle unboxing. Got a little special guest in the back there. You guys know the hookup tackle every single month does limited edition baits. Alright, so not too much to this box, but there's some pretty cool things in here. Start out with this bait only because a subscriber told me to buy this bait. This is the Duo Realis Risante 63P. Just like the name, it is 63 millimeters and it is 1/6 of an ounce. So 63 millimeters is 2.5 inches, and the color is GA Okawa. And Okawa is one of my favorite colors that comes from Japan. But we'll take it out of the box, obviously, just to show you guys a better look. But one of my favorite colors, like I said, that Japan makes, it even has a little red hue on the little gill plate right there. Kind of a super cool bait. Definitely something that I would throw on lighter line. Like even as light as 6-pound line, I would probably throw this on. But I wouldn't go any higher than like 10-pound line. I would throw 10-pound line if I was fishing waters with pickerel and pike and stuff like that.
What kind of line would you use? Monofilament, or what would you use for that bait?
Definitely fluorocarbon. But that is the Risante 63P. It's suspending. I don't know if I said that or not. So moving on to the next bait. This is a limited edition bait from Evergreen International. It's a Shower Blows 125. And 125 meaning 125 millimeters. Color is called Half Mirror Bone. Get out of here.
Dude, that's going to be a fun bait.
Yeah.
And with the 3 trebles, so it's going to be huge.
Yep. So this is what it looks like out of the package. Kind of a golden head, gold back, clear belly. Baits, whenever a company releases a limited edition bait, I can't really help myself but to try out some of the colors. I'm not even sure if this color is ever going to come back into stock. I believe this was like a one-time deal. It was this color and 2 other colors. One was like a bluegill color, and then another color was kind of like an off-bone color. Smash the pike, but I'm like, I believe I spent $20 on it.
She'd be gone. She'd be gone
So,
immediately.
am I even hanging up on my wall with all my other limited?
You need to nut up and stop buying baits.
All those are limited edition.
Guys,
like,
Spain
you
buys
can't
baits
get.
just to hang them on his wall.
Yeah.
Some of us fish with them.
I'm a collector. Moving on to probably the most exciting part of the video. This is the limited edition color that they released in the month of July. Now, in Japan, they have like the year of the monkey, the year of the chicken, but in 2024, they have the year of the dragon, and this is called Dragonfish G. They also released Dragonfish S, but I really liked the kind of gold version. So I ended up picking up 2 of them.
One's for me.
And as you guys know, I don't really announce it on my YouTube channel or anything like that, just because I really want my subscribers to get one of these baits.
You're going to give it to one of them and not me?
Yeah. Bought 2 of them because I will be giving 1 away. But just to spec this bait out, it is 64 millimeters and only 1/4 of an ounce. So it is pretty lightweight, so I wouldn't throw anything heavier than a medium power rod. You even could get away with a medium light power rod using this bait. And honestly, I think I would probably prefer a medium light power rod only because where I fish, the smallmouth really like to jump out of the water. And I really think the softer action rods will absorb kind of that fish jumping up out of the water. Oh, you want to look at it? Kind of cool.
That's very cool.
I thought the gold was a lot cooler than the silver. Like even the
So what is this, popper?
feather, yeah. Even the feathered treble is pretty dope. I'm gonna use one and then give one away, or hang this one up on my wall. I don't know.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So in order to participate in this giveaway, it's super simple. All you have to do is be subscribed and comment something down below, and I will randomly pick a winner during my next unboxing. I will say as well, I do giveaways on my unboxing videos. It's not every unboxing video that I do a giveaway, but my giveaways are only on unboxing videos, if that makes sense. Here's just kind of a closer look at the popper. I think it has a really cool feather treble on the back of it. It's like a lime green. with that gold color. I think that's so cool. It kind of reminds me of that car from the very first Need for Speed Underground, where they have like a gold car with green tinted windows. I don't know if you guys remember that. Probably not. But anyway, just to reiterate, all you have to do to enter this giveaway is be subscribed and leave a comment down below, and I'll be randomly picking a subscriber probably within 2 weeks. I do already have another unboxing planned, so I will be announcing the winner at the next unboxing, which will be about in 2 weeks or so. Alright, plans for 2025.
Alabama Grandpa.
Alright, so that is it for the unbagging. That is it for the unboxing. So moving on to the last portion of this video, I kind of want to give you guys a heads up on my plans for 2025. Recently, I just switched to working nights, so I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And when I get out at 7 a.m., sometimes I'm just going to want to sleep all day. So that's going to put a dent in my fishing for the time being, but it's only going to be for a couple months. And by the time April comes around, I'm going to be back to working days again, and I'll have plenty of time to fish. And not only that, I still don't know my plans for tournaments this year. I would love to fish tournaments, but it just kind of the way my schedule works. I work every other weekend, so if I have a bunch of tournaments on the weekends I work, then I just won't have time to do tournaments for 2025. I'm hoping. The past couple of years I've been able to do it only because the days that I work don't really end up on the days that I do the tournaments. And then one more thing too is I'm absolutely going to upgrade my kayak. Just like I upgraded my electronics to actually having electronics, I'm going to upgrade my kayak in the spring to at least a pedal drive kayak that I'm going to throw a motor on the back of it. I really do think with the upgrade in electronics and the upgrade in kayak, I'll do a little bit better in tournaments, only because with a paddle kayak I'm kind of stuck to smaller sections of the bigger lakes. So I really do think having a pedal drive and a motor will help me cross the lake or pond that much quicker, and I'll be able to jump from spot to spot and ultimately catch more fish. You're just kind of stuck in a smaller area when you're in a paddle kayak, and you go way slower. But just being able to have my hands free using a motor, I think will help immensely. Tomorrow, I guess I'm not going to go fishing because it's already like, what, 5 in the morning?
Yeah, and you were just getting ready to cook.
It's 4:30 in the morning.
4:30, dude.
You're the one who woke me up.
I did.
I could have been sleeping right now.
Well, to be fair, I didn't wake you up. You woke up and saw my text message, and you were like, maybe I should stay up.
Yeah. It's 4:30 in the morning. I've been up since 2. Alright, just to reiterate, if you want to be part of this giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment down below. And like I said, in roughly 2 weeks, I will be picking a winner during the next unboxing video. I will be uploading probably a couple fishing videos before then, but it's the next unboxing video I'll be announcing the winner. And if you guys have any baits that you want me to try out in ice fishing or open water, just leave a comment down below as well, and I will definitely buy that bait. That's honestly why I bought this Risante, is because somebody told me it was a good bait, so that's why I bought it.
Tú tienes la pócima para enloquecerme, pero voy a draw the line, que yo ya sé que es de ti. I got to stay away, got to stay away. Sé que como un trofeo